Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm subtly giving instructions from behind the cameras. And I'm Brownie.
Yes.
Did that work? Did we pull it off? I'm completely blind here.
I mean, you were a couple seconds behind, but it's fine.
I mean, I just had to yell go. If you decide to pull up the video, you'll be able to stay in queue.
As long as he doesn't lag. But, yeah.
Well, he's not on Twitch, on Discord. I'm outputting to Discord.
Very nice. Okay.
So, if you guys couldn't tell that Jeremy is talking to us on Discord.
And Callisto.
No, I'm there in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell.
You just can't see him.
Thank you so much.
Wait, who subbed? Cam?
I'll be working while I drive home from work. I'll be working while I drive home from work for another 20 minutes or so. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Then
drive
you can
safe.
chat.
All I have to say is Rahif.
Oh my gosh, like thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, Rooster Sith.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah. Absolutely.
We're gonna have to buy like 10,000 more Nerf balls and just have like a funnel going into them when Jeremy gets back. And it'll just be 90 straight minutes of you guys getting shot by Nerf balls.
Us gangs, just Jeremy. He's the one that ditched us. He's the one that ditched us.
Did you say how do you stop the stream, Jeremy?
Yeah, I hit it with my cheek, and so it automatically puts it on speaker when you, I guess, watch someone stream on your phone.
Oh, interesting.
So it like blasted my ear. I'm like, ah! Then I heard Kara screaming, oh my God, he's alive.
I thought you were saying that because I was trying to get you 90 minutes worth of Nerf dart blasting.
I mean, Jeremy should get Nerf blasted for that long for just ditching us.
I'm already getting heat blasted here, so I can tell everybody where I'm at now.
It's been hot here too, Jeremy. It's been like Duluth by the lake hit 90 today.
Oh my God.
Can you do me a favor and pull out your phone and tell me what the feel like temp is on the weather?
I feel like it's so bogus.
It's not. It's a good representation of what it would be if things were normal.
Bogus. Here's what the feels like temperature is. And someone being like, no, there's no way it's only 85. It feels like it's 110. That's what it is. It feels like temperature is total BS.
It's a chart with graphs.
It's a chart made by somebody that was full of crap.
Feels like is just the inverse of wind chill. It's just
wind chill's BS too.
Oh no, we're not doing the wind chill is BS thing again, are we?
I'm just telling you, anybody who's like, the raw air temperature is what the raw air temperature is. Just because it feels colder or warmer or whatever. This is a hill I die on.
Okay.
I can't even see what the feels like is. The iPhone weather app does not give it to me.
Oh, really?
You just have to scroll down, but it's okay.
Where do I scroll down in?
Here. What now?
What part do I scroll? Okay, so I have the default part, and then there's like the 10-day forecast under it. So I click on today, right?
No, you just keep like scrolling up, and it'll show you like relative humidity.
Oh, I see. It feels like it's 84.
It has cooled down throughout the day.
Yeah, like 3 p.m. is usually the hottest.
Yeah. We all know it's hotter where you are, Jeremy. It's so hot.
It feels like it was 86 at its peak according to the chart.
It was like my thermometer at home was reading like 90, 89, 90.
Mm-hmm. Not that I don't trust Kara's home thermometer over the National Association of Oceanic, Atmospheric, whatever, but
I'm just
saying.
Here's the thing: when it reads the Duluth temperature, they do not read down by the lake.
Lakeside.
Yeah.
They don't.
When they say Harbor Airport, that's the.
Yeah.
Is that the lake one?
Yeah. That's down on Park Point.
Yeah. So there's airport and then Harbor Airport. Those are the two Duluth temperatures that you get.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, the regular airport's always misleading because it's like 10 to 15 degrees warmer than down by our house.
Yep.
Cam said my building is 102 with 100% humidity because my process is a wet one. That sucks. That's just miserable because you just can't get cool. Your sweat doesn't do anything at that level.
I would literally feel sick if I had to be in those conditions. That sounds horrendous.
All right, so trying to, before we get too far away from Star Wars stuff. Did you watch? You said you fell asleep watching episode 7, Jeremy.
Shame.
Not that I fell asleep. It's that I knew I couldn't finish it with the time I had left that night, and I was getting tired. So I was like, I pulled the plug and paused it.
Okay.
But
I mean, at least you did that.
I'm trying to think. Honestly, the last thing I remember, this might even be an episode prior, I don't know, is the lady's lightsaber whip in...
That's the episode 6.
That was the one before.
Let me go. Okay. Oh, no, hold on a second. Is 7 the one where it starts off from Soul's point of view back in the day?
Yes.
Episode 7 is a complete flashback episode.
Yep.
Okay, so they're all the way up to the... I've seen the part of the guy where his eyes roll black, and then like
Torben.
the witch mom is in
you're
his
almost
head.
done with the episode. You're like 2/3 of the way done with that.
Yeah.
I thought I was pretty far along.
Hey, D-Matt,
So,
how's
like-
it going? RJMG, hello.
Hey guys.
Hi, Claw, hi. Sorry, just saying hi to people that I missed. Sorry. Oh, we have
No,
a
you're
hype
good.
train. Oh, no, not anymore. We had a hype train. I was like, it's gone. And it's gone. Okay, so I am getting absolutely sick and tired.
Of
Not just
flashbacks?
sick, but also freaking tired of r/Star Wars and how everyone is just taking massive craps on this show.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's that bad. Why? Like in chat, I know Darth Gallon said he's had issues with it, and I really want to know like, what are your issues?
I will say, like, the one thing that I agree with is pacing. The pacing on it is all over the place, and it's very frustrating.
That's true. That's
like
true.
I can 100% agree with that. But people that say that the acting is bad need to shut up. The people are representing their
No.
characters the way they're supposed to be represented, right? Yeah. I think the acting is at minimum serviceable, if not good.
Well, here's the thing too. Like back in the day, people like complained about Anakin being whiny and stuff. That's what he was told to act like. That's the direction he was given. Like,
Like I will legitimately say I think on average this show is at least as good as episode 1.
yeah.
Right, and then I know that they're the
yeah.
prequel stands and they're like, "Ugh," whatever. It's just like, and here's the argument that I'm seeing pop up over and over and over again that really is frustrating to me, right? Because like people are allowed to enjoy what they want to enjoy,
Yeah.
right? There are terrible movies, objectively bad movies that people like to watch, right? There's the Kardashians still have television shows. Right, so like people can't stand there and allow that to happen, and also say that people are stupid if they like the show, right?
Yeah.
People are saying it's like you obviously don't understand anything about whatever if you blah, 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 right? Like don't yuck somebody's yum, as Mike would say, right?
Right. It's like it's not hurting anybody. Let people enjoy things.
Yeah. If somebody wants to engage with the show and enjoy the show, let them enjoy. You can voice your displeasure, but you can't go so far as to start bullying people online. Because you have a disagreement in how you guys are engaging with this thing, right? It just absolutely torques me when like, because it's so gatekeepy, right? It's like, like where people are like, oh, you're not a real Star Wars fan if you blah 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 blah, right? And it's like you don't get to decide who likes something and who doesn't,
Yeah.
right? And it just
Look at what
it
happened
grates me.
to Solo. Is people boycotted it because of
Episode
the prior
8.
movie. Yeah, and then Solo was a really great piece of Star Wars cinema that I'm glad exists
Yeah.
in the universe, and I wish we had a little bit more of that.
I can't tell you how many patients I talked to. They're like, yeah, I didn't watch Solo in theaters because I hated episode 8, but I watched it and I love it. I'm like, we went to theaters to watch it. Like, people need to stop hating so much. And
Yeah,
like,
there's nothing constructive about it, right? Like,
No.
so there, and like this, I think, sort of all boils back to like the way that people communicate, right? Like, you can say that you dislike something as long as you can like give something constructive to the conversation
Right.
through saying that, but just be like, it's bad, bleh,
Right.
right? It's like it doesn't help. And
seriously, like, okay, when I go to read reviews on products and you just say, this is horrible. Why is it horrible? I want to know, like...
yeah, does it set your eyebrows on fire?
Right, like, I need to know why it's bad. Don't just say it's bad. Give me a reason. If you can't come up with a legitimate reason, then shut up. Just saying. Sorry, spicy.
Yeah, Cam says even the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise received an award for the worst movie of the year, and Tom Cruise got the worst actor.
No.
But it's a very well loved movie. So like, yeah, there's movies out there that are just like legitimately not.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure my mom loves that movie.
Yeah, and she's but she's not. There's nobody on the internet calling her a moron for liking it.
Right.
For liking
And saying
it,
that
yeah,
she's not a
absolutely.
true Tom Cruise fan if she likes Cocktail. right? Like that, like that's the level of
Yeah.
of insane gatekeeping.
Yep.
And then people are like, oh, the EU was better and the legends were better and blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
right? It's like, I get that you're unhappy that people changed canon, right? If you don't, here's the thing about the canon. You can just be like, nope, this is my, like, you can make your own canon. You can engage with Star Wars at whatever level you like. It doesn't matter what, there's no tournament or competition that Disney puts forth where like you, like only canon stuff matters and you, like the Star Wars fan of the millennium gets to win if they love all the canon stuff and hate all the stuff that they threw away. That doesn't exist. There's no benefit
Right.
to being like, well, I can't like the EU stuff anymore, and blah blah blah. Like, it just is absolutely mind-boggling
Chris,
to me.
you just totally reminded me of some sort of like
Hello,
funny
Builder's Mark.
SNL script or whatever, where it would be like there's like a live trivia show, but it's happening while Acolyte is airing, and somebody answers a question, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Acolyte just changed the canon 30 seconds ago. You're wrong." like,
How funny would that be? Like,
Or they just have
You know,
George
it's-
Lucas sitting there, and George Lucas is like, yeah, no, it's actually this.
yeah, exactly.
just trolling.
But no, with some of the things I like.
So many
like,
people are driving right now. Builder's Work is also driving.
Oh.
Drive safe, people.
Yes.
I'm not driving. I'm walk everywhere now. No, one of the things I liked is I liked the little creatures, and I actually didn't. I'm gonna backtrack because I know 6 so much better than episode 7.
Wait, which
That's
little
just
creatures are we
fresher,
talking
stuck better.
about? Refresh my memory.
I'm just going back to 6 Acolyte.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought the interaction between May and the Sith guy, I don't know his name, on the island was interesting. Like,
Quilligan, Quilxil, Quilliam.
Kieran. Oh my gosh.
Acolyte.
well, let me ask you this:
Bad guy.
Do you think Osha's gonna flip, or do you think she's just because
I-
like he's walking her and she's like
Come
totally
here.
falling for
Come
it?
here. There we go.
What's his name?
Khmer. Qimir. Khmer. Nobody says it.
It does bother me that they did not address that whatsoever in episode 7. Like, yeah, they did the
Hey, Swanky.
Swanky! Long time no see, man. How are you?
I feel like he
probably
kind of
sitting next to
brads
me.
and lurks in the background.
Yeah, right. Chip still calls Fall Guys Swanky, just so you know.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
We actually fired Fall Guys up right before I left. Played a round of it. It was very fun.
Yeah.
So you're asking, do we think that both are going to flip flop, or do we think that both are going to be evil?
Well, I'm just worried about Osha at the moment. Was my thought process.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
They could I don't know. It would okay. Let's just walk through this really quickly. So again, I haven't seen all of 7 yet, and there's only one more episode left in the entire show.
Yep.
So it's like, is there going to be a season 2?
Oh,
Or
the
what the
director or slash writer, creator, whatever, is acting as though there's going to be a season 2.
Okay. Good.
I hope there is, just from like a storytelling standpoint.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's right.
Yeah,
There's
I don't mean to interrupt you.
There's a
sir.
lot to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to.
Unpack still.
There's a lot they could wrap up, or like there's a lot to do if there's only one episode left.
Yeah, unless it's like
Because
a
it's
5 hour long episode.
if they both flip, that just seems silly to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
whatever.
So here. Do you want to know why I think that's going to happen?
Why?
Okay, like I'm asking Jeremy. Do you want to hear my theory? Or do you want to finish yours first?
Oh yeah, no, I was asking the question. So you think May is? Gonna
I
go
think
good
both
and
May
Osha's
and
gonna
no, I think both May and Osha are going to be evil.
Oh, dang.
And here's why.
Be evil?
Yes, I think they're both going to end up becoming Sith. They're.
Interesting.
I think
Okay.
they're the yin and yang of each other.
I understand that argument, but the whole like born as two act as one bit or whatever. So both of them individually have failed at being light side and dark side, right?
Yeah.
Now they've flipped and they're gonna get like a taste of the other side, and they're going to come together once they realize that the Jedi are too restrictive to be able to allow them to be together, and they're going to take over and they're going to wreck the galaxy.
Do you think they're
as
going to kill, what's his name?
Khmer.
Khmer?
I think so. He talked about being thrown away. I think he's like a rejected Sith apprentice. So I think his actual Sith master will show up and take on.
Ooh, who do you think that would be? Do you think it's going to be like somebody from Legends that we know the name of?
I think it's Darth Plagueis.
Heck yeah.
So and them being born of the Force is how he's gonna like learn the thing that he teaches to Palpatine to.
Now that would be a huge like overall story connecting piece. That would be insane.
So that's what I think is getting set up, and like so I was kind of thinking that Soul might have been like in on it, and Kamir was like one of his apprentices that he failed, and that's why he didn't have one when that's why he wanted to go after OSHA or whatever. But I was like, I don't know, it's like a little bit too loose. But I really do think like that because they've harped on that too as one thing a couple of times now.
Yeah.
It's like I really think that they're setting up that separate, no matter which side they're on. They're not complete or capable.
Unless they're together.
They have to be together, and then the Jedi are too restrictive to allow them to do that. So then they will go with the more open to, because obviously they grew up as witches, right?
Yeah.
They grew up accessing the Force in a way that is not traditional Jedi training. They're born of a way that is not traditional Jedi training. So it just makes sense for them to lock into the dark side, whether it's with Kamir or with Darth Plagueis.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Swanky. All of this, honestly, is like 99% speculation. I don't think I really spoiled anything in that part.
No, I mean,
Honestly,
you kind of
no.
get it from the get-go. You understand it, so... Yeah. Sorry, we didn't change the lights red. I know we normally do that, but... I don't know.
The lights are currently inoperable. So, Dave started some sort of basketball thing.
Oh yeah.
And I have no idea what it's doing.
We should make
Enter
Oh,
the
like a
angle and power to
basketball
shoot
game
your
thing in
avatar in the
chat?
basket. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
All right. Yeah, Dave knows more about this program than I do at this point. But
That's
so
hilarious.
anyway, that's kind of where I think everything is pointed at.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Well, so to me, it just didn't make any sense if they flip, because then it was like, then we have like, I don't know, might as well just rewatch the show backwards and just same show forwards or back. I don't know.
Right.
So I think they're both going to go one side or the other. Which way that is, I don't know, but it was very interesting to see. But I always love the little attention to detail. So I thought some of the stuff was cool, like the little creatures on the rock that look like little anteaters or little whatever. I thought those things were adorable as heck. I can't believe. Oh, I don't want to spoil it for Swanky.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think he dipped out.
Oh, he dipped out. Okay, well, anyways, and then May resets Pip.
That was
and then
so sad. I was like,
he squirted her in the eye. I thought that was so funny.
that was.
Yeah,
I love Pip.
I just love the little stuff. Anyways, Pip was adorable. I'm glad Pip was saved. And then,
But reset. So is he even actually the same person or same droid?
that's a long. They did it to C-3PO, right?
I guess
They backed him up from R2-D2 though.
Oh, well, there could be a backup of Pip.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like
Somewhere.
if anybody had, OSHA would have something like that.
It's like nobody in Star Wars is dead unless you see them.
Yeah.
Nobody in Star Wars
Seriously.
is dead. Actually,
Seriously.
Oh,
everybody
OSHA
who's ever
probably
existed.
has
You
it.
know who's the only person that died in Star Wars? Porkins. He's the only one who's died in a Star Wars movie.
I mean, I very
No,
much
I
doubt
was
that
gonna
Harrison
say-
Ford's coming back.
Porkins, poor Qui-Gon is the only one who's died of a lightsaber stabbing. And then,
Okay, have you guys seen the guy who will watch like the Star Wars stuff, and he then has like a filter that makes him look like Anakin, Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and stuff like that? Have you seen him?
I haven't.
He's really funny. Anyway, they're Anakin, Qui-Gon, and Kenobi are watching. What is it? One of the episodes where somebody comes back, and he's like, "Wait, where was this Force move when I died?" He was like, "Oh yeah, that was made like right after you died."
no, funny.
I can't remember his name, but I love his stuff because his filters are like pretty legit, and he does really good voices for the characters.
This is tangentially related because it's still a Disney property, but so Jim Cummings, the voice of Darkwing Duck and millions of other Winnie the Pooh, Hondo.
Yes. Kenobi.
Hello, my Jedi friends.
I love
We were
Hondo.
just bringing the treasure to the front for you. Yes. Anyway, he had he does a podcast where he has other voice actors come on, and
No way. What is it?
oh
I
gosh,
think I've seen a highlight this week from that show.
I would listen the heck out of that.
Jim Cummings podcast.
Did he have
It's called
the guy who
Tuned
did
In.
like
Tuned in.
Sylvester
Tuned
Stallone
In.
and
Tuned in.
not Sylvester Stallone, Sylvester the cat, and then like Tweety Bird and stuff?
Yeah, so the one that I watched, it was him, then the person who did so Jim Cummings did the voice of Pete in Goof Troop. Mm-hmm. And then one of the guys did the voice of PJ, his son, then the other guy did the voice of Max. Mm-hmm. And like so they were doing a lot of Goof Troop stuff, which is like really
Fun.
good. But then the guy who did the voice of Max also does the voice of Goofy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's been the voice of Goofy for like a really long time.
Father and son? That's fantastic. I had no idea.
Like, gosh. Anyway, it was really good, but yeah, it's called Tuned, like TOON''D.
Okay. You'll have to send that to me because I actually would 1,000% listen to it, and I feel like it's a show I could listen to or podcast I could listen to.
Well, everybody,
with Chip.
welcome to Tuned In with Jim Cummings. We've got producer Chris here. We've got
This is the one that I watched. It was the Goof Troop reunion.
There he is, waving Nintendo, and none other than the world famous Rob Paulson.
Rob Paulson
I
was
mean, are you
PJ.
kidding? We got 1/3 of the
Okay.
Anyway, I love Jim Cummings. The only autograph that I have that's on display is an airbrush painting of Darkwing Duck that he signed
No way.
that my sister got for me. So
Your sister loves you.
she does.
On days that end
I
in
have
Y.
that disabled, Dave. I was at least smart enough to turn that off. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just thought like Dave's trying to make flatulent noises, and I was like, I'm not going to have that enabled.
Yeah. That's the last thing we need.
We get derailed enough as it is. But
Yeah.
I can provide those without a soundboard.
We all know you can.
have you had any cuisine that has caused you any gastrointestinal distress since you've been abroad?
Well, no, we can talk about. Should we just take a couple seconds to talk about that? Because
I figured it'd be a good segue for you to speak about that.
Public knowledge. So no, I will be in Japan for the next 3 months, and I've already been here for 2 weeks, so 2.5-ish months.
He's really struggling
specifically,
over there, guys. Really struggling.
He hates it.
South of Japan in Okinawa. So no, dude, a lot of different interesting cuisine.
Oh, he died.
He did.
Jeremy has deceased.
Jeremy.
Well, he's still connected. He must have just had a bad Wi-Fi chunk or something. Sucks to be him.
Yeah, so he's been like scooting.
Yeah,
right?
Jay says he said too much. he just got laser scoped.
There's snipers sitting up in their little nests over there, just waiting for somebody to say too much.
Yomi's Correo, happy Friday. What next Sunday you'll be celebrating?
Hello, Yomi's Correo.
The 21st?
Hello, can you guys hear me now?
Hey,
Sorry.
there
I
you
can
are.
hear you now.
So,
We were just joking that you got assassinated.
somebody just called me, so it
Oh,
I see.
completely interrupts my.
is it
my
your
stream.
girlfriend
No.
over there?
Oh, bang bang cinnamon roll.
Exactly.
No. So, anyways, so a couple of fun things. The first night I was here, Chris, we went to a restaurant that served raw horse.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Horse
And-
sashimi. Ugh.
No thanks.
Sorry, Builder's Mark, if you're here, I know you don't want your kids to make that noise.
I will unsubscribe from
Kara.
horse sashimi.
Yeah, right. That good memory that you remembered that noise drives them nuts.
They
so
might have like
curry is
sympathetic
very popular
reflexes
here.
or something. If they hear that, maybe it makes them like get an upset stomach or
Right.
something.
Well, no, I think he said
Right.
his kids would want to make the same sound.
Oh,
I think
I
that's
see.
if I remember correctly.
You're
that's
too
what he said.
emulatable. You shouldn't be allowed on television, Kara. Here, well, there. Now,
Right.
now you can just all you fetishists can just watch Kara's hands.
Maybe somebody's got a hand fetish.
Yeah.
Ooh, my fat thumbs. Look at those. Sexy.
So curry is very popular here. So right within walking distance where I was at was a curry place.
Oh, nice.
And Chris, I want to ask you. You are like if you could, you would have served Chip or Trip. Ghost
Spicy
peppers the
foods.
day they were born. Like
No,
put it
no,
right
no,
in their
no,
mouth.
no. You're misrepresenting precisely what my intention was. It wasn't the day they were
fine.
born. When they're old enough to be allowed to eat human food, switch from milk or formula to start eating human food.
So 6
They're-
months old.
So just a drop of insanely hot pepper, and here's the reason why. Thing one, they will go the rest of their life not being able to say, "Oh, that's the hottest thing I ever ate," because literally when they were 0, they ate the hottest thing possible. 2,
Chris is like, here's a Carolina Reaper.
whenever someone's like, "Tell me something interesting about you that we might not know," they just have that question locked for the rest of their life. The first food I ever ate was the world's hottest pepper. That's such a good answer to that question. It's like,
It
"Oh,
is a
I had
good
mushed
answer to that
banana."
question. I just want to know the butterfly effect. Like, let's say you got a time machine. So you're like, screw it. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to go back. I'm going to like put a drop of this in my food my mom was preparing for me and then sneak away. Like the butterfly effect. Like, what if you were just like, you became The Rock or something later on in your life, or you end up homeless on the street. down in
Because you
Louisiana
ate
or
hot, something spicy.
You know, like I want to know the butterfly effect of that.
That's funny.
There
Or
could be
you
a
become
movie.
you just become addicted to hot stuff your whole life. And okay, anyways, huge tangentially related story. If a curry place offers you heat level 1 to 20, what number do you start with? A 0 being an option as well.
So 0's no heat at all, obviously.
0 is just the food prepared with no additional like heat. Or
Did you
spice
tell
added.
Kara this story already?
I have not heard this
I
one.
did.
Okay, so I know
There's a-
Jerry told me this story, so I'm not gonna. I'll answer as though I didn't hear about it, but I'm gonna let Kara answer first. So 0 to 20, you said?
Man,
Yep.
because of my dislike of anything too spicy, I'd probably be like a 2 or a 3.
So I've also found some new added information for you, Chris, but that's not applicable to your answer, sort of. So what do you think you're starting with?
So
Chris?
not knowing what you said, and and Cam said this too. He would start at 5. I like knowing that the scale goes to 20. I would feel like 5 would be a good starting point. Now knowing
here's-
what you said, I'll let you tell your thing, and then I'll give my revised answer.
So here's what I did. I'm like, okay, 0 to 20. I was like, I'm gonna start with a 1. Okay. My friend / the coworker, he's like, all right, I'm gonna do a 3. Okay. So it turns out somebody went there that I work with, and they went straight to 20. And here's what they were told. Now I'll frame 1 and 3 here in a second, but this is new info for Chris too. The restaurant will not give you 20.
Oh,
You have to
that's good.
pass
Hi,
you
Phil
have
Knox.
to pass a test
I feel it.
every 5 levels of heat.
Oh, really?
So if you order a 20, they bring out a 5 sample. You have to eat it and hold it together.
And not explode? Okay.
Yeah.
And the guy couldn't get past 10. So when they brought out 10, they're like, no, we cannot give you past a 10. So they wouldn't even let him do 20, and he
Jeez.
failed at 10. So it's like,
So he probably
it's
would have
gnarly.
settled on like a 7 for a good heat for him, maybe.
Maybe.
What did you end up getting any hotter?
So
or?
I started with a 1.
We're talking about curry, Philinox. Philinox is also surprised that we're on a Friday. We're on a Friday. We have some potential Saturday opportunities for us that we're taking advantage of, so we're getting the show done a day early.
Yeah.
But anyway, so 1 was literal, I think, hot or the perfect temp for most Minnesotans. Like 1.
Okay, so if
it
I had
builds
gone
up,
with
but
like
it's
a
not
2.
overpowering. Like by the end of it, you're fine.
Okay.
3 is that thing where you're by like 4 or 5 bites, you're like, okay, this is starting to build to the point where like 1 shot of milk would have been fine.
Okay.
So in my
Philinox.
brain, I don't think 5 would be like 1 chip challenge hot. I think that would actually start to get closer to like probably a 7 is what I'm guessing, like a 1 chip challenge or maybe even 10. So like, because like you remember what that was like, right? We're just chugging milk over and over and over and over again, trying to like get it to go away. It was like 3 is doable, but it starts to build up to the point where you definitely want like something to combat it after like half your meal.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was very interesting that they won't even like let you jump straight to a 20. Like that was pretty cool to me. I was
They're
like,
probably
oh yeah,
used
no,
to
here's a
Americans.
5.
Where's the hottest cluck from Clyde's fall on the scale, do you think?
Oh my goodness. So, what I forgot what the scale was. It was like
Wait, hottest cluck was the
hot-
second. It was like the 19.
Was it the 19? I thought, okay, well, whatever. Because Jeremy and I had the hottest.
I know
one
you
there.
both did. And you guys are crazy.
I would imagine that 5 would be like Chris. So 3 was very manageable compared to that. 5 would have been more like the hottest thing at
Okay.
whatever Cluck's chicken was.
Now
Clyde's
for
hot chicken.
Clyde's. So now, so with that knowledge, here, having heard that story from Jeremy, I would probably start at a 2. Like, I feel that would be like a very satisfying amount of heat without being overwhelmed.
And that's exactly it. Chad, who had the 3, he said he couldn't enjoy the flavor and actual taste of the curry by the end of it because then the heat was overpowering the taste. So 2 is like right in that magic number where it's like you
It's a
get the
sweet
heat,
spot.
you still get the spice, but then it's not starting to overtake its presence on your mouth.
Okay.
So, but some of my favorite foods. I've been very impressed because we've been going out with dinner and groups of people. I've been very impressed with people who have not tried sashimi, willing to try sashimi. So we've been having like
when in
tuna
Rome,
and
right?
salmon and squid. Squid is actually really good. Octopus. You got whitefish.
Well, we have whitefish here.
Well, they have it here too.
You listen to a bunch of things and it's like, okay, I can see that being way more common in Japan, but whitefish is very common here too. It's like the most common kind of fish.
But then, and so anyway, so that has been really fun, getting new people to try it. And most new people have enjoyed it immensely. And then, so I finally had to look up how it's safe to eat raw fish. And here's the thing that they get you. Now what I know, it's not necessarily that it's really truly raw. It's just inversely cooked. They just freeze it to a point where all the parasites die and then bring it back up to 10.
Interesting.
So raw meat, it's not that it's not cooked, right? Because I don't know. What's the definition of cooking? Bringing the temperature up to a certain
I
point?
think cooking it does necessitate a heat. Definition. To prepare food by combining and heating ingredients in various ways.
Yeah. So I guess it's still raw, but it's not that it's not prepared, I guess is the better way to say it. Okay. So yeah, what they do is they literally freeze it or bring it down to a point where, where it's then
a parasite wouldn't be able to live.
Yep, it kills everything, and then it's whatever. And then Chris, I absolutely was recommended a place with the fugo or whatever, and some of my coworkers went and had some.
Legends, all-star. I respect them 100% more right now.
They said it made their lips tingle and go numb, but then that's about the extent of it.
It was like a fuzzy tauntaun.
It was like a fuzzy tauntaun.
Philinux says, I never understood why people would go to ruin their food with ingredients that put CST or cast to shame. And then they said, it sounds like you're an Okie. He is in Okinawa.
Yep, I am an Okie. And having
says,
a good time.
With spice, don't go overboard with it.
But yeah, no, I've been having a really good time over here. But the big surprise for me was absolutely the horse sashimi, the raw horse.
That was it. When Jeremy sent me that, I was like,
Derek said the funniest thing. So everybody's been talking about it. Right?
Triclaw says that's how fugu is. If it's done right, you get a little bit of a tingle.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. I like Chris wants me to try it, but Kara's
do it, you baby. If you do it and I ever end up in Japan, I'll do it.
Here's the thing. I would rather you have it there where they know how to prepare it than some Joe Schmo here that's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, some high school dropout that decided that they liked anime enough to start working at a Japanese restaurant.
Exactly.
Philinux says, be safe, have fun. Much love, parentheses, in a cool Twitch, totally not weirdo way.
That's
Jeremy's definitely not trying to set up an illegal import-export ring while he's there, too.
That's right. No, so the other things I've already been talking about why they would or would not eat the horse meat. And so to me, my answer is culturally or just mentally, I don't see it as a meat production animal.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree with that.
That's my reason. It's as simple as that, right? It's just like, it's out of my, like I'll eat chicken here, I'll eat fish here, I'll eat different types of fish because, they...
There's nothing Piscine that has been associated as a stable or domesticated animal. I would eat any fish if somebody prepared it for me, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But pack animals, like I wouldn't eat camel, I wouldn't eat whatever, but like I would eat llama, even though it's like that's borderline.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd eat llama.
I can see that.
But
I
like,
can see that.
because I feel like there's as many wild llamas as potentially tamed ones. Like we have overwhelmingly tamed populations of cows and buffalo and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, so that's like whatever. But then like I don't know, like I wouldn't eat rabbit because we have domesticated rabbit.
Jeremy had rabbit on our honeymoon.
I've had rabbit.
I feel like rabbit. Isn't there like a kind of like disease you can get from eating rabbit or something? I don't.
Tularemia.
Yeah, there you go. I don't want that.
I don't know how I have no idea how you knew that.
I had rabbits. I grew up in. I grew up in the country.
A tie for top 3 movie lines ever. I can still see the marks on the steak where the jockey was whipping it.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so yeah, I think it is like a culturally ingrained thing. Like I wouldn't eat dog or cat. I wouldn't eat, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like honestly, like snake is something that I found would probably be unappealing. I'm back and forth. There's enough dangerous snakes. Ryan, we're doing the podcast.
So here was my favorite thing. So my coworker Derek, it's going around, and they're like, "Well, would you try horse?" And he goes, "No, I have a special. Like, I love horses. Mm-hmm. My grandma used to raise them, so he's even more like on the fact is like he has this personal connection with them."
Yeah.
And somebody cracked a joke, and they're like, "That too is why I'm not ever interested in eating grandma because mine raised me." So they're like going to play on words with the way that he said because his grandma raised horses or whatever.
That's really funny.
It's like that's why I also don't want to eat my grandma or something. It was very, very funny.
Cam brings up a good point. It says the only reason that horse is not a meat production animal is because in the U.S. they're used for riding and they use their muscles more, whereas over there they raise them for meat, similar to the way they would a cow. In the U.S. when they first started having ranches, the horses were more valuable than the cows because they were used for work, and the cows are too slow for that, so they became the meat production animal.
Interesting.
That makes perfect sense.
It does make sense. It doesn't change my
point of view.
Yeah, my girly palate. I shouldn't say girly. My unadventurous palate.
No, I would never eat horse either. You couldn't pay me to eat horse. I'm sorry.
Also, if I was trapped in the wilderness for 20 days and I had only had like tepid water,
different. Yeah.
If somebody hands me a horse steak, I'm eating it. But like. If I'm going to a restaurant that I have to pay cash money for something, I want to eat something that is desirable in mind and in preparation.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and then for me, a big part of it too is also the raw factor of it. I could almost maybe be persuaded if it was like a cube piece of meat that's like cooked to perfection, right? Like, it looks like steak, whatever, maybe. But just the raw, like, ground hamburger, like, no way. No,
I'm not going to lie. When you sent me the picture of the menu showing the raw horse, I felt a little nauseated.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah. So, Jeremy, I hope that you got a raise because Cam wants you to promise him that you will try a Wagyu A5 steak at least once while you're there.
Oh, how much is that going to run him?
They are absorbently pricey, but he did say he'd Venmo you money to cover it.
Oh, dang!
But I'm not a steak person, but I've heard so much about this Wagyu steak that it's like I would buy one if I was there.
Right.
Well, there's a couple cool things about my experience here so far, and that's inflation hasn't hit the Japanese economy like it has the U.S. So technically, currently, our like dollar is very strong here. It goes a long way.
Okay.
So, for example, a full-blown Snickers candy bar in the U.S. runs like $2.39 or $2.49 at like Quick Trip or whatever. Mm-hmm. It is 95 yen here, and
so that's like 40 cents.
Yeah, $1.60 is $1 US. So it's unbelievable, right? So with all that being said, everything is about portion control here. I bet you I could find a reasonably priced portion scale. Like maybe it's the size of a golf ball or something, I bet you I could find an affordable piece of Wagyu here.
Philinux says, I ate the widest variety of animals in my life when I lived on Kodiak. I remember shoveling lumpia down my neck at an Olympic rate until my dad informed me that the food cart was serving dog.
No
I've
way.
heard cat and dog is like really stringy and greasy. Is that true?
My guess would be it all comes down to how it was raised and how it's prepared.
Yeah.
I think anything raised in a food-like way or to optimize the meat on the animal for food would be more delicious, and then the way that you'd prepare the thing, because like, you know, like whatever thing, like we've been around long enough that people have figured out the best way to prepare anything.
Yeah. So do you think
I will be
They eat-
AFK for 2 seconds.
Okay.
do you think they eat loth cat and loth wolf?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Oh, so I went back. So when I stopped. This is a fake fan Star Wars admission. I'd only gotten halfway through season 2 of Bad Batch.
Oh, yeah, same. It's good.
I thought you guys had gotten through season 3, so I watched the end of the back half of season 2.
Okay.
And I was texting Jeremy, and I was like, I can't believe XYZ happened. And he's like, bull. And I was like, have you not seen the end of Bad Batch season 2? And he's like, no. And I was like, oh, well, spoiler.
Okay, doesn't Omega get kidnapped?
Oh, multiple times.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I've seen a lot of spoilers on Instagram and stuff like that.
So nice.
So I need to watch it. I've actually gone back and started watching Clone Wars. I love Clone Wars. So good.
I'll say season 2 and 3 of Bad Batch is very good.
Yeah, we were really enjoying season 2, and then I don't know if a new some DLC for a video game came out or
Something happened like right halfway through the thing because like all of us stopped.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Did they release something else? Was it like Mando season 2 or something like that?
Oh, maybe.
I can't remember what, but like, because I remember being like, why would they release another Star Wars thing while they're still releasing Bad Batch?
It wasn't like Boba Fett or anything, was it?
I gotta.
Or Andor? Gosh, I don't know.
Star Wars TV show release dates.
I am back.
All right.
Hey, we're
let's
talking
see
about
here.
Star
Bad
Wars
Batch
again.
season 2 was January to March of 2023. So I just got to see what else happened in 23.
This build is actually, I'm having fun with it.
Young Jedi Adventures. I don't think that would have stopped us.
No. I don't think, did we even watch that, Jeremy?
No, January, February. I'm looking for something in February of 23 that would have happened.
A little bit. Oh,
What came out in February of 2023?
I should turn my camera on so you guys can see what this coffee shop looks like. It's kind of mind blowing.
Do you have an earpiece in, or can everybody just kind of hear what we're saying?
No, you're on my phone up to my ear. No one can hear what you're saying.
Gotcha. I was going to say, represent. Force people to listen to us.
Yeah.
We still need to get that billboard over there.
It's so funny. Could you imagine, like, the airplanes flying by that have people I work with that, like, break their necks looking over because they see me at a billboard at the airport?
That'd be amazing.
So video game releases in February of 2023. Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, that's what it was. I played Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm trying to see if there's any other things.
It's actually really good.
here. I'm not seeing anything else. Let's see. Let's check into March.
Jeremy, you kind of played Hogwarts Legacy, didn't you? But you did not like.
Halfway through it, it was a really good game for what I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's just a period where there was a lot of
no
good
other really
games.
major releases inside of what we would play that I see.
For me, it was Hogwarts.
And then like there's like the movie releases. It's like
Chris,
Ant-Man and
are
the
you able
Wasp.
to if I turn my camera on in Discord, would you be able to show people that, or is it to paint?
I mean, no. I mean, there's a relatively straightforward way I could pull it up for people. So you can go ahead. And
It's just very cool where I'm at. You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, go ahead and fire it up.
So we can see the bougie coffee shop Jeremy's eating at with his bang bang cinnamon rolls.
You're gonna shoot vertical.
Oh, fine.
Well, you get to see so much more of it when it's okay. And then I just switch to this. So that's what Jeremy's looking at.
I'm just like, look at. I have my own like lounge here. There's
Oh, that's cool. Look at you, just living the bougie
and then-
life.
Look at,
Oh,
that's
there's-
where I ordered. Here, those are where those Bang Bang cinnamon rolls are.
You
down
need to
there.
you need to send one home.
The letter size of their sign is very funny to me.
Oh, like yeah.
Kind of fun. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
It looks
I just
like a
thought
nice
this area
place.
was
No.
like, oh, this is the perfect.
That looks like a coffee shop I'd enjoy. I love this. I love
Yeah.
the chairs. The benches are really cool.
Yeah, and you just get to chill, and they're like padded and cozy. So
Cam says that place looks amazing. RJ says at least you're not at the bookstore.
I keep joking that he's going to go to the bookstore.
I'm sad you gave up on the mustache.
Yeah.
You need to assert your dominance with that thing.
I know it's
Okay, so if you want to actually grow it out while you're over there, Jeremy, you need to just steal Derek's razor so that he has to do it with you. And every single time he gets a new one, just steal that one too.
right. Yeah, no, it's this is pretty cool.
Philadex
Pretty
is
cool place
disappointed
here,
that you
so.
shaved it off as
Anyways, I just
well.
thought you guys might want to. You what now? What shaving it off?
Philadex is disappointed that you shaved it off as well.
Oh yeah, I know. Peer pressure is the thing.
Especially when it's peer pressure from your wife.
Although I was gonna say it's blame Kara. Okay, I'll quit the video for now. So, oops.
There we go.
Let's see here. Okay. All right, I'm back. Anyways, no, can you guys believe they have like loungers up here for me? I have a roommate, in my actual room here. Sorry. Oops.
Cam says to give Derek a bottle that you relabel as shaving cream, but instead it's hair growth tonic.
Huh. That's awesome. But yeah, no, so it was like I was just walking and got coffee this morning, and I couldn't find my AirPods, so my stuff's packed up and from just moving to a new hotel. And yeah, oh my
The
goodness,
first one
guys.
didn't have
Kara,
enough
I hope you're ready.
waffle Sundays for
Phil
him.
and Nux forgot that you and I were married, Jeremy.
Oh, funny. Everybody, I know that this has been done by every comedian that's ever traveled to Japan ever. But let's talk about bidets for a second. Kara, are you ready? Because when I come home, we're getting a bidet.
Jeremy's like, that's the first thing. Well, here's the thing. You wanted to remodel the bathroom anyways. So we should just
He needs-
buy a
he
toilet
wants-
with a
you want the
built-in bidet.
whole-
He needs a pinch-proof shower enclosure too.
That's what we should do. Jeremy, our new bathroom should be exactly like the shower that you had in your first hotel.
So, Chris, you'll probably appreciate this. Everything in the bathroom is showerable.
You,
so
you
basically,
showed
you
me
go in
when you were over there. You
What now?
like you showed so the bathtub's in there, but the entire room is the shower, and then the bathtub is just
Correct.
Yeah. Because
Yep.
remember you showed me the bathroom area, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I'd be able to fit in there. It's like a tiny little closet for the toilet.
Yeah, the toilet is in a tiny closet. So, Kara, do you want the Home Depot sells an actual like Japanese style toilet where there's no tank on the back, but
Oh.
it's like it's got all of the everything built in. It's like modern toilet, so it's got it all built. Heated seat, heated
Yes.
bidet,
Yes.
air dryer for your bum.
Here's the thing. I was going to say, in the middle of the night when I'm getting up to go use the bathroom, I do not want to set my cute little butt on a freezing cold toilet. So
No,
yes,
they
I would
make
take
toilet
one.
seat covers, right?
I'd take a
Well-
full-on bidet. Yeah. Heck yes. Can you imagine how
No,
clean
Chris,
your butt will be? Jeremy's like, yes,
Chris,
I
we're
can.
doing
I'm
the-
here.
If we're doing the fancy toilet, it is a game changer. And then,
Are you looking
Chris,
at did I pull up the correct one, Jeremy?
Let me look. Hold on. Let me pull up the stream. Hold on. That's the one. But well, there's one for 500 and some bucks, but that's ostensibly the exact same thing.
The gray. It's just the only difference is the finish.
I'd
So this
rather
thing
have
right
the
back
silver
here.
anyways.
You should get a brown toilet, so if it gets dirty, you can't tell.
And guess what? You see the little control panel on the wall? It's
Yeah.
a stupid thing, but not having to touch the toilet to flush and just being able to hit the control panel is that much better. Trust me. It's stupid, but it is like a thing where I was like, because normally it's not behind you like that. It'd be on the wall to your left or right, on the nearest wall.
Hold on. What would you need a hip wash for? How inaccurate are you when you go to the bathroom that you need something called a hip wash?
Okay, I'm just saying, if you got the Hershey squirts, things might get a little crazy.
Okay, well, that's fine. Reciprocating. Dang, that sounds intense. Reciprocating.
All I'm saying,
Do you
it's
think
a game changer, and I can't go back.
Do you think the world would be a better place if everybody had bidets?
Probably.
A less stinky place?
Well, no. So here's the other thing, Chris. Did I tell you what happened? Did I tell you what happened at the one hotel I was at?
No.
The toilet had an occupancy sensor, so when you were on it, before you started, it reached into the bowl and sprayed perfume on top of the bowl
Okay, we need that too.
before you'd go. What do you mean we need that, Kara? What are you trying to tell me?
Jeremy, you stanky. The house has smelled a lot better.
This has a backup battery in it, so if the power goes out, you can still take a poo.
Hey, there you go.
It's got a night light.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Soft light in bowl adds flair and increases safety during bathroom.
It adds flair.
Look at that. It looks like Jesus is hiding inside of the toilet. You open it up like, oh, it's God. Hi. Man or Mutant. No, this is Rise of the Podcast, not Rise of the Commode Cast. You knew what you were getting when you signed up.
Okay, so let me say this.
Who said that?
Man or Mutant.
Last week,
Okay.
I would say 90% of the podcast was Star Wars. And then Jeremy shows up and we get squirreled.
Yeah,
I'm just
so,
saying.
yeah, when Kara and I are running the show, everything goes smoothly. Jeremy, hold on, I have to go back to this actually. This is what it looks like when it's in dark and the lights turned on.
Ooh. I like the look of that toilet. I would totally, I'm totally fine with that. Let's do it.
All right, we're doing it. That's what I'm putting in when we get back.
All right.
Are you going to install one at the building too?
What now?
You should install one at the building too in that little bathroom back there.
All right.
That's what I was gonna say. No. So anyway, so here was the first thing that got me, right. So everything was in Japanese, and I didn't understand what I was doing. So there was a picture of a butt with water spraying on it, and then there's a picture of some airwaves, and then there's a picture of a lady with water spraying on her. So I was like, well, I definitely don't want to use the lady water sprayer.
Why not, Jeremy?
Because he doesn't want a wet sack. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There was shrinkage.
Oh my God.
So everything is automated, right? Like you walk up to a door, the door opens. You sit down in the toilet, it auto sprays perfume in the bowl, right? So I'm like, okay. So I hit the button and it starts doing its thing. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then I waited. I'm like, man, I am very dirty. It is still going. And I waited. And then the water starts getting cold. And I'm like, it's not automated. It is not automated. So
you
so
control how long it blasts for, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Jeremy's
yeah.
poor
Yep.
little
So
butt was chapped after that.
He had prune butt.
If you're using bidet mode for more than 15 minutes, we seek medical attention.
Yeah, how long were you sitting there and the water got cold?
Seriously, Jeremy.
No, it was like 30 seconds or less. Because imagine the tank that like the little preheater tank doesn't have a lot of like.
It's not connected to your hot water heater.
No, I think it heats it. Well, because then you'd have 120 degree water spray.
No, because it's just like a shower. You set the temperature with a mixing valve and.
Think of all that unnecessary technology. Mixing valve back there. What if Chip goes back there and adjusts the mixing valve?
Oh my gosh!
To scalding, and then
third degree butthole burns.
Guys, I'm so sorry for this podcast.
That should be the title of this one. Is third degree.
Is it the curry or is it the water?
Yeah, the curry was a 3, the water was a 20.
Right.
Oh man.
Cam says if the one you buy isn't automated, he'll help you automate it.
Hey, Cam, you the bomb, man.
Yeah, it's Rise of the Pooh Cast.
Tonight it is.
You nailed it, man or mutant.
Oh jeez.
It's just really funny. Anyways, so then there's 2 modes of flush. There's typhoon and then there's tidal wave.
Oh, typhoon and tidal wave. That sounds intense.
You hit the typhoon if it's 1, you just hit the typhoon button, and then if it's 2, then you got to hit the tidal wave button, and then it actually runs everything
Tidal
down
waves the
down
poo away.
Yep.
That is insane.
So it's amazing how much technology they have packed into.
Dude, the robo servers is my favorite thing.
Oh my goodness, Chris. So last night we did have dinner at a conveyor belt restaurant. So
Is that your favorite
it's
thing?
Probably the. Well, here's the thing. There's not many waiters and waitresses over here. Tipping is not a thing here. So tipping culture, it does not exist. Like,
It's not in Europe either. It's like seen as an insult because then they're
Oh my
basically
gosh.
saying they're
And guess
owners
what
or
else?
whatever. What?
Tax is included in all the prices. So when you
I
see
hate America. Can I just say that? America sucks.
I
so
mean,
when you go
you're
somewhere,
not
if
wrong.
it says 1100 yen, it's 1100 yen. It's not add in the tax. If you buy food from somewhere and they give it to you, it's not 1100 plus the tax plus the tip. Nope, it's
Yeah,
just it's 1100.
Can we
You know,
pass
like-
a law that says that the tax is shown in the freaking price?
Amen.
It's like it should not be a surprise when you purchase something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the worst thing is like if you're buying something expensive, right?
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
purchased a new vehicle, and the tax is like what I would have paid for a regular crappy vehicle like 10 years ago.
Right.
Tax is ridiculous.
100%. And then get this, most cashiers don't even handle the cash. So they'll still ring you up, but you put it in the machine and it counts and does the change for you, and it like sucks up the bills, or you use the credit card. That was a pretty interesting thing. But my favorite thing is at the restaurants, there is not a lot of waiters or waitresses. It's either a robot or a conveyor belt. And I will tell you what, you order off of an iPad and you never have to interact with a human being when you're
That sounds like the
at
introvert's
restaurant.
dream.
It is the introvert's dream. And you just order as you see fit. So you sit down and you want drinks, you hit the 2 drinks, hit order. The little tram comes out from the side of your table and it goes ding ding.
Okay.
You pull it off and you hit the button and it sends it back.
So
And then
when,
you're like,
Jeremy, when we
go
were
ahead.
when we were in Omaha, that was one of my favorite things at the pizza place we went to. It was you bought a wristband and you could get your own drinks. You did not have to wait for
Oh,
a
that's-
waiter or
yes,
anything. You
yes.
just like walk up, scan your bracelet, get your drink. It was fantastic.
there's one of those in Croquet now.
In
It's where
Croquet?
Southgate used to be.
Okay, but do they have
Oh, it's a tap house.
cocktails like I like?
Oh, well,
I'm sure it's
some
all
places-
beer.
Probably. Blech.
Well, no, some places do like I know Vikra does like they'll just make a keg of their mixed drink and then they put it
Oh,
in
really?
a tap. Yeah, so there's places that will do
Like I know
not
Ben
just beer.
Paddle does, but Ben Paddle is again
I feel like,
beer.
oh well, I guess not necessarily. I was like, oh, it's like a rum and coke could be pretty flat if it's sat in a keg, but I guess they could use the CO2 to propel it out, and then
Yeah.
it would carbonate again. So,
Yep.
Man says it's time for him
anyway.
to book his flight. Philinux wants to know if the
So-
prices were based on the color of the plate on the conveyor belt thing you were at.
So if you're using, there's 2 different styles. There's order what you want, or there's a pre-made conveyor belt around 24/7 food on it. That one you just grab and you pay for the color plates that you grab. So it's like that one if something's just going by. So there's not even anything to order. It's just like, oh, that looks good. You just grab it. The place I went to last night, so that's how it is. The place I went to last night, it's just an iPad, and then you can hit it in English, and it's like, oh, French fries look good. You hit a button, French fries come out on the train, you grab it, send it back. You want some sushi, you hit the button, sushi comes out, you grab it, send it back. And then it just tells you what the total is on the tablet. And then in most cases, we're out with company, you can click on there and then click, I want to pay for this, this, and this. And then it rings that up for you, and then it just shows you your remaining balance. So then you can like go back through, pay for what's yours, and then go about your day. It's
Interesting.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Heck
But
yeah.
it's really funny to just like, I think you actually end up spending more because it's like, oh, I can
yeah.
order more food. What's next on the tablet? 'Cause you just keep trucking it out via train.
Well, yeah, that's it. Like, if you don't
versus-
have to wait for a waiter to come and continually ask you what you want, and then you have to sit and wait for them to bring it to you, of course you're going to order more. It's a
This
dangerous
is,
thing.
You know what? It's office space. The waiter is just the middle. Like the customer takes the plans to the engineer. Well, you can't do that. You need me. They're not people. What is it you say you do here? So yeah, you just get to basically send your order right back to the kitchen, and then they don't even have to bring it back out. They just send it to you. But it was very tempting. I got to see other people's food go by, and that also works as like a stimuli slash.
I'm sure.
Yep. The best advertising. You see what other people are ordering.
Yep.
Yep. So you're like, oh, that goes by. That looks really good. It's very tempting to not just reach out and grab it though, but I'm sure you get kicked out immediately. So.
I mean, could you like grab it? Or is it sealed off, or is it like
it goes by fast, but you could 100% grab it. Like you could absolutely.
So how do you know if it's for somebody else?
So it stops at your table because the iPad is synced to the table you're at. So then when you order it, the train stops at your table. So you don't grab it
The
as
train
it's
stops here.
unless it's the other style restaurant. So if it's like a buffet conveyor belt place, that's where the plates come in. So it'll have like cake going by and it'll be on a free plate. It's just going to keep going round and round and round until someone grabs it or the chef pulls it back off again. But if you just grab, so that's the two different styles.
Okay.
Cam wants to know if you've heard of a steakhouse called Teppanyaki. It's one of the most famous restaurants in Okinawa.
Oh.
If you look at the stream or at the Discord stream, you'll see how he has it spelled.
Okay, I'll check it out. Let me look.
Jeremy has been trusting maps or whatever far too much because he's tried going to like 3 separate restaurants and every single one has been closed. Done for.
I have not seen that place yet. We'll check it out. Let me take you off speaker. Okay. No, I have not seen that place, but I will definitely go and check them out because it's not very hard to get around. I have a rental car on here, and it makes it really easy to get around.
Ashley says there's a place like that in Duluth now.
Like what?
Like the teppanyaki.
Oh.
Interesting.
What?
But
Moose Lake. Why is it? Okay.
What?
Kara has been requesting that I bring home all the fun flavors of Kit Kats.
Yes.
And then I
Somebody
was
brought up
thinking about
earlier how many
packing
different
my-
flavors of Kit Kats there were.
There's tons.
How many flavors of Kit? There's a lot. I was actually messaging Jim last night, Chris, because I know how much fun he'd have. So you know that machine he got that he dispenses his 3D prints out
Yeah,
of?
his little gotcha machine.
They're everywhere here. I mean, everywhere. You can get everything under the sun. Pokemon, anime stuff. You can get.
Oh, you did a
you name it.
You did a Pokemon keychain at the Poke Center.
I did. Yep. Chris, I got the worst Pokemon of all.
It could have been worse.
Oh,
Please.
Dave says with the
Not
conveyor
much.
belt, there's a place like that in Duluth with a conveyor belt.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
see.
He got Yanma. It could have been worse.
Yan was a pretty F- tier.
I mean, it is, but there are worse Pokemon than Yanma.
Especially,
Yeah, he
guess
could have
what
got a
guess what the
How
guess what the top one was.
Like the grand prize or the one
Cross.
on the top.
Well, no. So there was like 5 different ones you could get, but like the highlighted big, like special one was Heracross. That's what I was hoping to get.
Oh, I see.
Jeremy loves Heracross.
Cam says you need to take a video of you and your coworkers going to a karaoke bar.
I would pay money to
Oh my
see
goodness.
Jeremy going to a karaoke bar.
So
You and Derek
I
need
want
to
to talk
sing,
about this.
Babe, I got you, babe.
Yes.
I want to talk about this, but I don't know if I should or not.
I think you should.
Is it a state secret or is it embarrassing?
Well, no names will be named, but last night, so we were we just grab some drinks and we were walking around, going to different bars and just having a beer, enjoying the local observe it or whatever. And
I told
a group
Alyssa this
people came in,
story.
and they ordered. All of a sudden, we're outside on the patio, and then like up on the second floor, and then all of a sudden, everyone starts getting to the outside of the patio, and they're kind of making room. So there's this center attraction going on, and they have this guy sit down at this table, and the bartender comes up, and she has a pitcher of water in one hand and a shot glass full of brown goo in the other. Okay, and all of a sudden, people start pulling out their
Appetizing.
phones. So I'm like,
Okay.
well, I better pull out my phone. I better film this. I better see what's going on here, And so everybody starts hooting and hollering, get him, get him, get him. So the bartender keeps asking him if he's ready. And so he says, yes, he takes the shot. He takes a pitcher of water, splashes him right in the face, and then winds up and slaps him as hard as humanly possible. And then she says, oh, you still have 4 more. So she continues to She hits him front hand, then backhand, then front hand, then backhand.
Oh
then front
my
hand. She
gosh.
slapped him 5 times. And so it is unlike anything I have ever seen in my whole life. So, Chris, I will try Fugo or Fuego. I will not try the 5-slap shot. Thank you very much.
No, I was telling Alyssa about that, and she was like, "What?"
There's
She's-
definitely some dudes that get a little bit of a rise out
Oh,
of that.
1,000%. There's some weird.
Well, trust me, everybody started hooting and holler, "Who wants a shot on me?" Because like anybody would be willing to pay for that to do it to somebody else. But yeah, that was something I've never seen before. So.
Funny.
That is very
So I don't know.
strange.
I don't know how we got there. Well, you said karaoke bar, so it was like,
Yeah, Cam says that
You
sounds like a
think-
BDSM bar.
Yeah, Jeremy, what kind of bar were you going to last night? Jeez Louise,
it
man.
was a regular
And
bar.
Phil Nex says, well, I will tell you what, it's totally not me. Oh my god.
Funny.
It was really funny. Anyways, needless to say, it was really the group I was with were like, yeah, we need to leave after that because we probably shouldn't be here. Like, it was gnarly. It was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
Man even says bookstores, bars.
I know, Jeremy's.
Finding all the right places to be.
The only safe place is the bathroom. Now you see why I like the toilet so much.
Oh my gosh.
So another place we have-
RJ says there's a place in Vegas that if you don't finish your food, you get spanked.
What?
Oh my goodness.
We will now go to Google and look this place up. See here.
While you're looking that up, so one of the other
Vegas
places we went to is
bar.
it was a steakhouse. It wasn't the one Cam mentioned, but then it has a grill in the center of your table, and you're able to cook your own meats there. That was
That's
very
cool.
fun.
You're just
was
living it
very
up
good.
over there, aren't you?
Oh, it's the heart attack grill spanks you if you don't finish your food.
Oh, I've heard of the heart attack grill. Definitely heard of that one.
I have not gone into the Heart Attack Grill, but I've been by it multiple times. That's on Fremont Street. So that's actually at one end of Fremont Street.
It sounds horrendous. Like,
It's definitely designed to attract men, not women.
you're probably not
Well,
wrong.
isn't there a place isn't there like a restaurant called Dick's where they throw muffins at you?
It was, there's one in Missouri. They throw fresh rolls at you. What the frick
Yeah,
is
they
it
throw
called?
rolls at you. That's what it is.
Not at you, but if you raise your hand, they toss it to you.
Fall Street Steak and
Yeah.
Catfish House.
No, that's...
It's in,
Lambert's.
It's in Branson, Missouri.
It's Lambert's Cafe.
Oh, Lambert's Cafe near Branson, Missouri.
I mean, it could be. I mean, obviously, if they say Fall Creek does it, then yes. But I went to Lambert's, and those
You've been
rolls.
to Lambert's where they throw the rolls at you?
Yeah, I went.
Just
With,
living it up there.
Yeah, she's like, Jeremy,
yeah.
I'm going up for a smoke. I'll be right back. And
my
3 months
friends,
later.
this was 23 years ago that I went there. It's been a minute.
Phil Nex. Can we get a name for that place that spanks you just for reference? Marty Jr. Sr. says I need to go to the Heart Attack Grill. There's one in the Mall of America apparently that throws stuff at you.
Oh, really?
The only vegan option at the Heart Attack Grill is cigarettes, apparently.
Gross. No offense to anybody.
Yeah, the waitresses are dressed like nurses at the Heart Attack Grill.
Oh, that's funny. That is actually
then-
really funny.
Well, no, it's not funny because when you eat there as a customer, you need to put on a nightie. Like they make you put on a patient gown. I mean, over your clothes, but still, you look silly.
Well, yeah. You look silly eating that much food.
Here.
What?
That's just called lunch for me.
Yeah, did you go there when you were deployed to Vegas?
Nope. I've absolutely been like standing outside and like watching through the glass, and that's, dude. I'm not. It seems weird to me to eat in a gown, a hospital gown.
Lose.
Hey, I will eat the fuego. Is it just
Fugu.
Is it pufferfish? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
puffer
okay.
fish.
Yep. And I learned what causes that. It's the liver. So when they fillet it, they have to be very careful with the liver.
Oh, interesting.
The toxins are all in the liver, and that's if they rupture it. But they have to do it a little bit so you get the tingle. Or maybe it's impossible to not nick it, but
0 to 6 people die per year.
Oh no! Oh no!
Eating fugu?
Yeah.
Well, I hope that's what rolled away. My
What
goodness.
does fugu taste like? A refreshing light taste.
Ooh, refreshing and light.
When served as sashimi, it has a firm texture and a sweet flavor that fills your mouth as you chew it.
It fills your mouth, eh?
Kara knows all about that. Hey, Jeremy.
Oh my gosh.
How much does fugu cost? $20 to $60.
I think if you order it separately, the person I was talking to is they got like a tray. So like one of the sashimi on there was fugu, one of it was salmon, one of it. So you get the variety.
Gotcha.
Rather than doing just a straight order of the whole fish.
What is the best food to try in Okinawa? According to the AI-generated results, Goya champuru is a stir-fry of vegetables, tofu, and meat with shoyu and bonito broth and often pork.
Interesting. It's
So
like,
there's one other restaurant.
here in the U.S., if you do tofu, you're probably not doing meat. It's interesting that it's like a
It's
complimentary.
both, yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris, I went to another restaurant that I think you'd get a kick out of. And this place is, I got yoki soba noodles. So what it is it's ramen, but instead of getting it in a bowl with the broth, they take it out and they wrap it in an omelet.
Interesting.
And they cover it in Worcestershire sauce and mayo. But then the table is also like a flat top grill that they turn on before they bring your food out. And then they don't put it on a plate. They put it right on the grill. So when you are ready to eat, you just take a little slice of it off, or you're ostensibly eating off of the grill. So your food stays warm the whole entire time, or it
Nice.
stays
That's
at the
nice.
temperature it was intended to.
Heck yes.
Very cool idea.
Yeah, man, if you
Very,
says
very
there's
cool
a Simpsons episode about fugu, that's how I know about fugu is from the Simpsons episode.
Haha.
Because they go to a Japanese restaurant. Like, Homer doesn't want to go. And then he goes and he orders literally everything on the menu. And then he gets to the fugu. And they're like, oh, Mr. Simpson, you cannot order the fugu. It's like, it takes a very experienced hand. And then, like, the main chef is, like, making out with, like, Mr. Krabappel or something. And so, like, the junior, like, wimpy chef, like, tries to cut it and he's, like, super nervous. And, like, he has a little chart. And it's actually, I should be able to, I'm going to try and pull it up. Not the clip, but, like, with the chart. Simpsons Fugu chart. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
So it's like poison, poison, poison. Ah, delicious pufferfish.
That's really funny.
Yeah. So in this picture, so this is like in this one, this is the main like guy, and this is the like nerd who doesn't know how to like prepare it. What a great episode!
I want to watch just that episode.
Season
stream
2,
it just on
episode
Disney
24.
Plus.
Season 2, episode 24.
Season 2, episode 24. Got it.
Yeah.
I will watch it right when I'm done here. Or tonight before I go to bed, I suppose. 'Cause it's only 10 a.m. here.
Jeez.
That's crazy. 10:17 a.m.
But it's Saturday.
But it's Saturday. There's an episode of Columbo about fugu as well. I thought I'd seen every episode of Columbo. Turns out I was wrong. You're not allowed to even attempt to slice fugu until you've been doing sushi for at least 25 to 30 years. That's nuts.
Jeez. I mean, I appreciate that. Here in the States, it's
here's
like,
what's crazy.
you're new, go for it.
Well, no, here's what I was going to say is crazy. So I've been doing my job for almost 20 years, right? And to become the top level, it probably takes about 6. So you start off as a 3 level, and then you pass your tests and do your job, and you get to a 5 level, and then a 7 level, and that's that. I can't imagine somebody coming up to me like 5 years from now being like, Jeremy, you've been packing parachutes for 25 years. You are now ready to pack the satellite parachute. I don't know, the space shuttle.
Jeremy,
I don't know.
You're
Right?
now
Like, you are now
prepared
ready
to pack the most complicated parachute, the presidential parachute.
you know, like how does that even? And then
Can you imagine if
they hadn't done
parachutes
it before.
poisoned you if they were packed wrong? How'd you die? Parachute poisoning.
Oh my gosh.
But if you actually look at it for face value, if they are packed wrong, you do die. So it's like, it is actually the same thing.
Not a guarantee. If it's packed wrong and they have to use it, you die.
Oh, well. We're making certain assumptions here.
But anyways, I just can't imagine. But then you still have to learn at that. It's not like you can just cut it right the first time. Like somebody's still gonna have to teach you. Or
how would you like to be?
Fugu?
How would you like to be the fugu training food taster?
Oh my goodness!
Like,
no, I was gonna say
the guy is just like shaking every time he takes a bite, hoping he doesn't die. You have prepared the fugu very well.
I just imagine being the pufferfish who gets stuck with a trainee. He's like, "Oh man,
Mick Fugu.
I puffed my whole life just to get marred by a trainer. Just have my meat thrown away."
Oh, that's sad. Poor pufferfish. You know what happens though? I wonder
Oh,
how
yeah,
often it would
absolutely.
happen. You know?
Well, I just hope that there's an indicator. So it's like if they do nick the liver, like is it like okay, this one's bad, throw it away, or they're like send it. Let's just see
Do
what
I need
happens.
to pull up how to prepare fugu on YouTube?
Let's figure out how to.
Is it 12 degree instead of 15?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about knives. But anyway, so there we go. That's how fugu is prepared.
That's crazy.
Look how internationally engaged we are. Also,
We're just preparing. We have the Japanese theme song, the X logo now.
so I don't know if anybody
Chris, you
noticed
need to redo
we've
it.
got some new lightsaber emotes, by the way.
Oh, you did all that beautiful work. Those turned out so good, Chris.
So, and we've got every color you can imagine, but red is available to anybody. Or no, blue is available to anybody, and then the rest of the colors are available if you're subbed. So,
Hey.
That's super fun.
Cam
one of the
says
things I
around
think I
10 to
was
12
gonna do
degrees.
Cam specifically, or Rooster Sith, or really anybody, if you guys have any specific requests for stuff you'd like me to get while I'm here to bring home, let me know, and I will do my best to bring as much as I can home, because I have an opportunity to take like a Pelican case full of memorabilia or whatever back with me. So
Sweet. What
I can
is
stack up on like
the best
candy or
thing
food or
to bring back?
I told Jeremy because I'm like taking care of everything at home. He needs to be the one sending me care packages, not the other way around.
This is a weak list. Okay, we're gonna go over this list of here's allegedly the 15 best gifts to bring back from Japan. I saw about 10 of them and they're all terrible. Number 1, matcha green tea.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
good.
can get green tea
Silly.
anywhere. Number 2, omamori charms. Number 3, Japanese stationery. Number 4, Daruma dolls. Number 5, an imobari towel. Why would I? You got me a towel. Thanks for going to Japan, Jeremy. And then now,
it says,
now it gets
but
so.
it says on it,
Go ahead.
all I got is this lousy towel.
Right?
Now at number 6, they just get needlessly vague. Manga and anime items. Okay. Number
Yeah.
7, Japanese teaware. That's the first one where I can see, like, if there's something particular about the way that they construct their tea sets, that is the first thing that I think would be actually relevant.
Yeah.
To me, first and foremost, is absolutely the candy. The candy here is like next level.
A
got these,
Japanese
like, little
fan,
candied-
chopsticks. There you go, number 11, a Kit Kat.
Okay, so there is a place there that you can go and actually make your own chopsticks. Like you can pick the wood that it's made of and all sorts of stuff. That looked really cool. But
So there's like 3 things on here: sake, whiskey, and Kit Kats. Everything else is such a stupid.
I want Jeremy to go. There's a capybara cafe in Tokyo that I really want Jeremy to go to.
Or do you want Jeremy to bring you there?
I mean, I really want to go there. I do love capybaras. I think they're adorable. They're so cute.
Triclops says they have
tell
a
you what.
Japanese charm. And T says, like, the charm, like, I'm just not a knickknacks person, right? I just don't want crap
Yeah.
to sit on my shelves.
I'm the same way. I like decor.
As long as the towel isn't from the bookstore.
That would be disgusting. But okay, I tell you what, guys. Yeah, so reach out. I'm here for a couple more months yet, and I will be open to requests to start helping people out, and then we'll do some giveaways on the show with some of the stuff I bring back too. I think that would be really fun.
Heck
Speaking
yeah.
of which, I am going to make us Pokemon battle for the Polymaker giveaway for tonight because we're almost done.
I'm trying to hurry
All right,
up
guys,
here.
yeah, I will let you go.
You can't hang on for one more minute before we're actually done with the show.
I've hit my time limit of when I have to
All right, fair enough.
bust out of here. But
All right. Well,
I will.
You have fun.
I'll be in touch.
We'll talk to you later.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
All right, battle time. Who's Rise of the Podcast is getting beat? D-Mat does not look like they're going to win. They're getting pretty wrecked.
I like this way of drawing.
It's a little bit more like confident. RJ looks like he's going to get his butt kicked too. I have a decent chance of coming out on top. Oh, Rise of the Podcast is down. Street Protocol Droid actually is leading right now.
Dang.
Michelisto and I are going back and forth. I think he's got me. Yep, I'm down.
So
It's pretty tight, but look, RJ might end up pulling this off.
Hey,
Didn't they win last week?
I don't think so.
Okay, Michelisto versus RJ. Who's gonna win? RJ is the winner. I'm pretty sure he won last week.
Did he?
I'm 99% sure because I pinned him.
Oh, Snorlax?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe yes. Maybe you are correct. Okay, I'm trying to hurry up. I'm at like all the little bits of things now, and it's like,
Oh nope, I'm a liar. Rooster Sith won last week. RJ won the week beforehand, so you are eligible to win. So,
hey,
congratulations, RJ. I just pulled up the sheet, David. So I was just referencing that. So, RJ, congratulations on a hard-fought battle and another victory.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm making him dance. Ah, look at me. I'm RJ, and I win all the time.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, my goodness. It is no different than the normal drawings. Bang enter gets you onto the screen, and then it's a complete random chance who wins based on everybody has a 100% equal chance of winning that's on the screen. So it's just a little bit more like interesting to watch, I think.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that.
Let's see here. Who can we raid?
I am trying to hurry, I swear. This is just like tiny little pieces. It's kind of putsy stuff here.
Oh, are you near the end? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
This is literally these little pieces right here is it. So.
Trying to see. Everybody that we follow is doing pretty tame stuff, and I think we raided Jedi Enclave last time. So let's uncheck following, and let's search for Star Wars.
Does anybody have any recommendations?
The Demonic Tutor. What are you about? Oh, we've got somebody opening up Star Wars trading cards. That could be pretty fun.
Oh, heck yeah, that's fun.
All right, so we're gonna raid the Demonic Tutor.
Cool.
All right, sweet. So let's pull that back up into there. So
Give me like 2 more minutes.
2 minutes?
And this thing will be done.
If that's the case, we'll hang on for 2 more minutes.
I mean, I think it'll be 2 more minutes.
There will be no stream tomorrow.
Correct. I will be in Brainerd.
Yeah, we're streaming tonight because we have opportunities for weekend travel. So
Yes. I'm excited. It'll be fun. For me.
I might get around to actually sealing that table.
Ooh, heck yeah.
So stranger things have happened. Mike D and I might work on the lights too. So.
Oh, nice.
we were trying to get the lights working last night and just we're running into lots of problems. But Mike D's a pro, so
Yes, he is.
just slowly working through the various horrible things, and eventually. So I like honestly like there's so much cool stuff we can do with these lights. We just need to like basically just like overcome this problem, and it unlocks like it's a reliability problem. We could do all the cool stuff right now. It's just not consistent right now. Like people can't tell right now. Like the lights are crashed right now.
You want to give me my close up? Or like, there you go. Is it in focus?
As in focus as that angle gets, yes. That's sweet.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be the Vader's TIE Defender, right? TIE Advanced, TIE Defender. I get the two mixed up. Well, let's see which way do I need to go. Move that out of the way.
So then if you rock it onto its back. Yeah, that's cool. Dang, that's really cool, actually.
All the detail is like...
Yeah, I can see what you're saying about all the futzy pieces.
Yeah. I actually had a lot of fun with it, though. It was a good one. Because you, like, built each little piece, like, this is one piece, and you'd build it, and then you just click it in.
That is really sweet.
And the same with all of the back here, too. It's like you'd build this, and then you just click it in. So it's kind of like you doing mini builds throughout the whole entire thing, and then just... This is the
nice.
anti-aircraft gun, the AA gun, or whatever.
The turbo laser.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, it was fun.
That is really cool.
Heck yeah.
Let's get this back to... There we go. All right, well, we do need to apologize once again to those of you who are listening to the audio-only version of the podcast. Once again, we provided absolutely nothing of value to you, but you can always make that better by joining us live most Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/Rise the Podcast. If we do stream on a different day, we try to give plenty of advance notice. But it's generally Saturdays, most Saturdays for the last 5 years anyway. Or you can always catch our VODs on youtube.com/Rise the Podcast, and you can fight with people over there about whether or not we're idiots for liking Star Wars. Man, it was fun talking about the variety of things. I kind of figured Jeremy would derail us a little bit, but have you watched episode 7 of Acolyte yet?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. So next week we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so hopefully Jeremy will get through that, and then actually maybe episode 8, so we can just do like a whole series recap then.
Oh, heck yeah.
Anyway, should be a good time, but thanks everybody for joining us this evening, getting through all the the Rise of the Pooh cast stuff. And our various other tangents, and sort of like, get a little bit of exploration of the Japanese culture.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all I want to say is thank you all so much for watching, and of course,
May the Force be with you.